Welcome back to our channel. Today is an absolutely beautiful Thursday. The sun is shining and we are so incredibly thrilled to dive into some of the most explosive television updates we've seen in a really long time. Grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's unpack all the latest behind-the-scenes rumors together. Oh my god. Okay, but listen, I am literally shaking right now because the behind-the-scenes tea that just dropped for General Hospital was actually so unhinged I can't even process it. I was literally just eating my dinner, minding my own business, and my phone buzzed with these spoilers and actually choked on my pasta. I had to pause everything, put my plate down, and just start voice typing this because if I don't get this all out right now, my brain is going to literally explode. You guys, the drama with WSB director Ross Colton and literally everyone else in Port Charles is reaching levels of absolute insanity, and I am screaming. I don't even know where to start, but I have to start somewhere. So buckle up because this is going to be a wild ride. Okay, wait, before I even get into the main villain stuff with Colton, I have to talk about the couples because I am honestly so relieved but also so shocked. So apparently our behind-the-scenes source is hearing that Britt Westbourne and Jason are not going to be a thing in the future. Yay, I know. I know some people are going to be so mad about this, but honestly, whatever. Because instead, and mark my words, this is going to be absolutely iconic. The show is pivoting to feature Jocelyn Jax and Cassius. Yay, I literally can't breathe, like I remember when Cassius had that absolutely brutal and brief pairing with Lulu. Oh my god, Lulu was just a yeller. She was constantly yelling at him and it was so bad. Fans absolutely hated it, but our leakers hearing gossip that fans much prefer him with Joss. And it makes ever so much sense. Especially because right now Jocelyn is literally locked in that Windermere sub-basement cell, and it is so dramatic. Pascal is down there taunting her, being all smug like what a shame. You won't be able to do anything about it. The absolute audacity of that man. But Jocelyn is a fighter. She literally moved her bed and found that hidden message on the wall that said Anna Devane was held captive here. I was taken on the 31st of October 2025. My jaw dropped when she found that. And then she literally ambushed Cassius with a chair and the makeshift weapons Anna left behind. He didn't even know what hit him. The enemies to lovers tension between Jocelyn and Cassius is going to be off the charts, I swear. I am so here for it. But speaking of Anna Devane, which is insane by the way, we need to talk about what is actually happening to her right now because I am so stressed out I could cry. So our source is hearing that Robin Scorpio Drake has been checking in on her mom, which cute love Robin. She is the best, but Ross Cullen is literally having Anna drugged. He is detaining her, actively drugging her, and demanding that false reports be given to Robin so she doesn't know the truth. Not okay, I'm done. Like, how is he getting away with this? Anna Devane is a legend and she is being treated like absolute garbage by this absolute monster. I am literally yelling at my screen every time Cullen shows his face. And the craziest part is the rumor about what happens next to Anna. Will Max Scorpio get Anna sent to Ferncliff in Port Charles this June? Definitely maybe or and don't even get me started on this because I will actually lose my mind. Will Corinthos make it happen? Willow, why would she do that? She needs to get it together, I swear. I mean, Willow is already acting completely unhinged lately. She's secretly keeping Drew Kane locked in and paralyzed, and she just broke down in tears in front of Harrison Chase, crying about how she doesn't want to be married to Drew anymore and confessing she is guilty of so much. Chase was literally just comforting her, completely unaware of her crimes. If Willow is the one who gets Anna sent to a literal asylum like Ferncliff, I am going to riot. She is spiraling so fast. Oh, wait. I forgot to mention earlier, but once Anna's finally back in Port Charles, assuming she ever gets out of this drug-induced nightmare, the tribute to Robert Scorpio can finally take place. But guys, I'm yelling at my screen right now. Our source has heard that the funeral takes place off-screen this summer. Off-screen? For Robert Scorpio? Are you actually kidding me right now? I'm personally offended. The reason is apparently because neither Holly Sutton nor Sasha Gilmore will be brought back for the episodes. So instead of doing it right, they're just going to skip it and do it off-screen. I can't even deal right now. That is literally so disrespectful to an absolute legend. I was like, are you serious when I read that? They better at least give us a massive on-screen memorial later. Okay, where was I? Right, so back to Callum, the monster himself. We all know his days are numbered because literally everyone in Port Charles hates his guts. He falsely accused Danny of shooting him, which is wild. Especially since Danny and Charlotte Cassadine just survived that whole Windermere break-in chaos. But here's a massive spoiler, Anna doesn't kill Callum. Nope, I'm calling it now. This is going to end badly for him, but it points to Jen Sidwell being the one to take him out. Apparently, Sidwell is going to find out that Callum killed Marco Rios. Yes, Marco Rios. When Sidwell learns that, it's game over. Sidwell is already so unhinged, making livid phone calls and demanding that people track down Britt. If he finds out Callum took out Marco, he will literally end him. Mark my words. But wait, it gets so much worse. Because Callum's death is not just a clean break where everyone celebrates. His death could fuel a storyline that completely endangers Britt Westbourne, probably via her Huntington's meds. I am literally terrified for her. Britt is already out here on the run with runaway Rocco Falconry, who by the way convinced her to take him. It wasn't coercion. He left a video message for Lulu and Dante and everything. But if Callum dies and her medication supply is compromised because of the fallout, she's in so much danger. She's supposed to be protecting Rocco and Danny, and Dante is literally at the PCPD interrogating Detective Joe Fitzpatrick for leads, while Lulu is packing bags ready to make her son a fugitive. If Britt has a medical crisis out on the road without her meds, this entire runaway plot is going to end in absolute tragedy and I will never recover. I need to take a breath. Okay, so changing gears for a second cause my brain is all over the place. Hold on for this latest rumor. Scout Kane might be getting Saurus. Yes, soap opera rapid agging syndrome is striking again. She's apparently going to join the teen scene, which obviously means a massive recast. I wonder who they're going to get. The teen scene definitely needs some fresh drama, especially with Gio Palmieri feeling so incredibly guilty about Rocco running away and Trina Robinson dealing with all her crazy family mess. A teenage Scout is going to be so iconic. I bet she's going to have so much attitude, especially with everything going on with her dad Drew being secretly paralyzed by Willow. If a teenage Scout finds out what Willow is doing, the confrontation would be legendary. Oh, and speaking of cast changes, there's a rumor that Ethan Lovett is exiting this summer. No, I actually love Ethan. Tracy Quartermain literally just summoned him to use his particular skill set, and Brooke Lynn is panicking over her hit-and-run secret, so I thought Ethan was going to stick around to help the Quartermains. But it kind of makes sense he's leaving because our source heard talk about the Delilah Wilson story churning on with another villain. Last week, we saw Maxwell Caulfield debut as the art dealer Apollo when the new besties Ava Jerome and Alexis Davis interrogated him in NYC. There at that Manhattan gallery featuring Kyoko, the Japanese artist tied to Delilah's strange tattoo, and Apollo was radiating such shady vibes. Ava and Alexis are playing detective, and it's probably going to bring so much danger to Port Charles, which explains why Ethan might have to flee. He's terrified his link to Delilah will be exposed. And wait, there's a newbie alert. There could be 2 younger recurring actors coming to the canvas, which is what our source is hearing pans out. Maybe one of them is a transplant patient Derek Witch. Oh my god, the Derek situation is so incredibly dramatic. Because remember, Curtis Ashford literally punched Dr. Isaiah Gatlin, causing him to fall and destroy his hand, which means Isaiah can't perform Derek's liver transplant. Portia is absolutely infuriated. She is ranting to Ava Justin Turner, and Curtis is refusing to take responsibility, acting like Isaiah wanted a fight. It's such a massive mess. If Derek actually wakes up or gets a new doctor, that's going to be a huge storyline. Plus there is talk of 2 new contract roles being added this summer, with one perhaps part of Britt's plot. Maybe someone to save her when her Huntington's meds run out. I literally hope so. Finally, and this is the absolute cherry on top of this insane Sunday rumor, has it that Stephen A. Smith will be seen on screen again as Brick, and he's going to be looking for Rocco. Sonny Corinthos is already warning Dante and Lulu that he can take out Callum. And now he's bringing Brick in to track down Rocco and Britt before Callum's people find them. And speaking of legal and tracking drama, Michael E. Knight is back as Martin Gray. Do you think if Martin returns it's as Curtis's lawyer? 'Cause honestly, Curtis is going to need one so bad. Ada Justina Turner is moving forward with prosecuting him for felony assault and battery against Isaiah. Curtis was just telling Michael Corinthos that he could end up in serious legal trouble. So Martin Gray swooping in with his southern drawl to save Curtis from prison makes perfect sense. I am so ready for it. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, I also have to quickly mention Nina and Jack Brennan because I am obsessed. Nina literally held Brennan down while he was injected with that locked-in medication. And his hand jerked and she gasped, but then she decided not to give him the second dose. She went to Turning Woods and told him she is his only way out and wants to smuggle him out so Cullen stops dosing him, They are totally going to team up against Sidwell and Cullen, and I am sensing a surprise romance brewing. If Brennan gets out, maybe he can help take down Cullen before Sidwell even gets the chance. The layers to this story are actually insane. Okay, I seriously need to go drink some water because I have been ranting for like 20 minutes straight, and my fingers are literally cramping from typing so fast. But seriously, mark my words, this summer is going to go down in history as the most chaotic season of television ever. I'm calling it right now. If Brit doesn't get her meds, if Anna gets sent to Ferncliff by Willow, and if Jocelyn and Cassius don't kiss in that sub-basement after she hit him with a chair, I am going to scream. Let me know what you guys think, because I am honestly losing my mind over here. And I need someone to validate my absolute panic over all these spoilers.